If you have multiple multimedia streaming devices, like I do right over here, one mini computer, one set-top box, and a Google Chromecast TV, and probably you want an easy way to manage them on your TV, or if your TV doesn't have 3 inputs, then one of the best solutions might be this one right over here. This is an 8K 3-port HDMI switch, which will allow us to connect simultaneously up to 3 devices, up to 8K in resolution, with a lot of audio and video formats that you can check out on the OREI's YouTube channel. Link will be down below, and it's really easy to use. Now, inside the package, we will find the 8K 3-port HDMI switch, a power adapter, this remote control right over here, and we will also find a quick user guide, which I believe that you don't need. The switch has 4 LEDs at the front, along with the switch button right over here, and at the back we will find 3 HDMI inputs and 1 HDMI output and a power input. Now, to connect this, it's easy as just plugging in any HDMI from the multimedia streaming source that we have. So if you have an Xbox, for example, instead of plugging the cable to the Xbox and to our TV, you will plug into the Xbox and to the input right over here. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. And you will do the same with the other devices that you have. Many DVD players, if you still use one, or an Xbox, or an Android TV box, or a Windows computer, whatever you decide to use. Now, once we have our 3 devices, or up to 3, because if I want I can just connect 2, and then later on, a few months later, I can connect the 3rd, it will work just fine. We just need to connect one cable here to our TV or to our display. And that's it. It's working. Of course, the power plug right over here. And now with the setup for the 8K 3-port HDMI switch, which will allow us to connect up to 3 multimedia streaming devices, up to 8K in resolution, using all the common audio and video codecs, so that we can take full advantage of not only the video quality of our devices, but also the audio formats. But for more info on the codecs that we can play, just check the link down below. At this moment, we've got a setup box connected right over here on source number 2, which we can see the LEDs here at the front. So the first way that I can switch between sources is by pressing the switch button here, and if I press from number 2, it will go to number 3, and we will see how it cycles. So at this moment, we've got a Google Chromecast TV connected, so if I want to control this device, I can just do so and press it right over here to control the device. But if I want to change to number 1, and we can see the LED indication here to number 1, we can just do that by pressing the button right over here. And at this moment, on number 1, I've got a Windows computer connected. So if I want to have a Windows mini computer on my living room as a multimedia streaming device, or as a multimedia streaming server, for example, where we can have a Plex server and a Plex player and a lot more stuff, so I can just control it on my couch. And talking about couch, probably I don't want to be pressing the button physically. And there we go, we have a remote here to solve that issue, where I don't want to get up to switch the button. So in this particular case, if I finish up what I'm doing on my Windows computer, or on my Xbox, or on PlayStation, or any other multimedia streaming device, and if I want to change to another, I can just go to number 2, for example, which is basically going in a cycle mode, the same that we will do with the switch button. And let's switch to number 3. But we also have a big advantage using the remote control, because I'm not limited to the cycling, and my TV or Google Chromecast TV is sleeping. So let's wake it up. So at this moment, I can control and watch TV or Netflix or whatever I want to watch. And if I want to switch to another source, and if I press number 1, for example, is the Windows computer. But if I want to jump from number 1 to number 3, which is something that I can't do with the switch, because I will need to press the button, I can just press number 3, and there we go. I will jump from 1 to number 3 with the remote control, which is a big advantage that we have. And unlike the physical switch, I will need to go 1, 2, and 3. I don't need to wait for the delay, and this delay will depend on the TV and on the monitor that we are using. And you know, this monitor here takes quite a while. I've shared it in many videos. So if I want to go to number 2, I will press right over there, or I can just press on the remote control and go to number 2, where I can control this particular device here. Now we still have more buttons here. One button is this one here, which is the cycling mode, which will do exactly the same as the switch button that we have there. So if I press the cycling mode, there we go, it will go to number 3. And if I press once again number 1, number 2, number 3, and I'm not giving time for him to wake up the device right over there because I'm just pressing the button, but you can see that it will do exactly as the physical button. We also have a auto button which we can activate, and if we do so, in case that I do disconnect one of the devices or that device goes off, it will switch automatically to the other device that is on. And then lastly, we also have this power button right over here. Let's put in our source number 1 so that we can check that we have the number 1 activated. And if I decide by some reason to shut down the complete system right over here on the switch, I can do so. So right now, if I press the off button, it will shut down. So there is no image from any of the devices that are connected. And then if I press the power button once again, it will turn on. And as you can see, we were on number 1, which is the Windows mini computer. And at this moment, we are on number 1. So it will remember the one that we did connect before shutting down, and when we turn it on, it will be on that same. So if it was on number 2, it will turn on number 2, and if it was on number 3, it will turn on number 3, which is usually the favorite that we are using.